If you have been an ardent viewer on this channel, you know that I've had a long relationship with Nandamuri Balakrishna. He has often featured in the Matlab Kuch Bhi series on this channel for his over-the-top sequences in films and recently the rather creepy social context and the widening age gap with his female heroines. The fascinating part about Balaya is that he has a really loyal and huge fan following that will stick with the actor and his content through thick and thin, no matter how preposterous it gets. I could not watch his film Akhanda in theatres but had to do my due diligence by watching it on Disney Plus Hotstar, as now I have an irreplaceable bond with the star, meme, aura and legend that is Balaya. I remember as everyone sang praises of Sarpata Parambarai, I was told by many Tamil film fans to watch Bala's Nan Kaduval, an Aghori chosen to end the wickedness and sins committed by man. Not only was the treatment sensible, thought-provoking and impactful, but it boasted of a real purpose. Akhanda, on the other hand, is on similar lines with respect to themes. It's just that it's more loud, obnoxious, and caters to the aura of Nandamuri Balakrishna. The film focuses on the birth of twins. A godman warns the father of the children that one has been sent for the purpose of this earth, and the other, the one that he should abandon, will cause absolute destruction. This then is followed by a jump in the timeline, where the paths of both the brothers, one who is a celebrated farmer and the other, the embodiment of Lord Shiv, somehow coincide as they make an attempt in ending the destruction being caused to the environment and its people by a notorious criminal. I'm not going to fully praise this film or bash it, as it is much more deeper than that. So getting right into it, here's me telling you the good and bad aspects of the film so that you guys can ultimately decide whether to watch it on Disney Plus Hotstar or not. Balakrishna fans' dream. This movie, almost every frame of it is catered to the aura and idea of what represents Nandamuri Balakrishna. He plays a farmer who is responsible for ending factional wars in his community, but the makers go out of their way to extend his capability as a human. This man, Murali Krishna, has no blemishes. He provides for the underprivileged, he provides hospitals, he gives out loans, he beats up bad guys with ease, he lands the most attractive girl in the movie's universe. It all works perfectly for the man, and well, he is perfect. This film, wholeheartedly, more than its content, celebrates the man in every shape and form. So for a Balakrishna fan, this movie is going to be an absolute dream. Whenever Balaya walks, the wind blows and the leaves ruffle, and that is what the film fans want. Every step, movement and dialogue be delivered with Thaman's background score and slow motion shots so that they can whistle, cheer for the man they adore. A little bit of the same is fine, but to endure 2 hours and 47 minutes of the same can be absolutely exhausting. Love affair and age difference. This is just another addition to stars who have been in the industry for years. As they get older and older, their love interests get younger and younger. Tell me whether I'm wrong or not, but is there a fetishization of fair-skinned women in Tamil and Telugu commercial cinema? A number of times, even in this film, beauty is immediately equated to the complexion of the woman's skin. Has had years of actresses being cast that do not speak a word of the native language, don't look like the majority of women in that state, and have this obsession with fair women who are definitely out of the actors' league, and the men just look like the masses of the state. Pragya Jaiswal and her immediate fascination for Balaya just made me scratch my head. Like many of his other films where the most attractive women just fawn over him as if he is Brad Pitt. The 30-year age difference between the actors is loud and clear, and it was quite uncomfortable to see the actor barely being able to move as he dances to Jai Balaya. Let me know your thoughts regarding the same in the comments below. The background score. If you told me that this movie is directed by Taman, I wouldn't bat an eyelid, as essentially he can easily be credited as the assistant director or co-director of this film because he is everywhere in this movie. I was hearing that there were warning signs being put outside of cinema halls, giving audiences trigger warnings of the loud background score that will assist the storyline. There is not a single moment I can think of in this movie where Taman's background score is not present. Characters don't speak to one another in this film, they shout at one another, while Taman's background score plays and makes its presence felt loud and clear. This is all not that bad as he complements the action sequences of this film with great precision, and I think the creators know exactly what they are doing, as essentially this film is meant for a theatre experience and Taman hits every right note to give you a mild panic attack and heart palpitations. If you've been a part of this channel, then you know my biggest pet peeve is how every sequence is assisted by a BGM. This at one point of time just gets plain annoying, but I can't blame the creators for this, as they know what leads to the maximum impact, especially with the mass Telugu audience that immediately gravitates towards such cinema. It's not my cup of tea, but each to their own. everyone shouting and hilarious action. The trigger warning is important to give you again, as the movie genuinely represents everyone shouting at one another. There is no calm dialogue between people, and if you have a home theater and watch this film, I can assure you that there will be noise complaints from the neighbors because it will genuinely sound like people fighting with one another. I definitely had to take a break and step into the living room for a breather because the assault to the senses is very clear. While the action sequences involving the character of Akhanda make sense as he represents all the strengths of the elements and is superhuman in nature, it is with Murali Krishna's character that the action sequences become full Mary Jung the one-man army set max rerun style. Balya still walking in slow motion as villains just keep on rotating in the air. The mass set pieces are self-aware and apparent, but at one point of time it just becomes hilarious. The intention and lessons. More than the intensity of Balya that helps in elevating the overall impact of this movie, it is the writing through the character of Akhanda that the story makes its intention clear. The destruction of the environment is caused by man with little to no immediate repercussions, but little does he know that his selfish ways will have the elements reply with their boundless wrath, something beyond man's control. The film provides a commentary on our capitalist ways and how we are treading on a path beyond repair. The film aims at educating on Sanatan Dharma and the virtues one must follow in being a responsible individual on earth, the purpose of temples and what they represent, the presence of God and the respect one should have for this gift provided by a physical specimen that may not be physically there in front of us but is within each of our souls. This is communicated as Akhanda reprimands men, killing them left, right and center, sometimes even innocent bystanders because he has just had enough. The purpose that it wants to convey about God, the earth, virtues and religion are commendable, but you cannot just give a pass to a film because its messaging solely is something you connect with. The film holistically has to work, and it is only in the last 30 minutes or so where it truly shapes up to becoming cohesive and impactful. What I generally think is that a mini-series in the form of a cartoon or a graphic novel with the character of Akhanda will do wonders for children, as it will provide education about every single topic that this movie aims to shed light on. A little less shouting and cutting down on the saturation of its background score, I think will really resonate with a younger demographic, as essentially Akhanda is a superhero, and which kid doesn't love superheroes? The treatment of this mass Telugu film catered towards the aura of Balya is just not my cup of tea, but I understand why people have resonated with the film's intention to educate on matters sporadically fleshed out in commercial cinema. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the movie. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.